Yo, we are back in After Effects, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to create this energy shockwave kind of effect inside of After Effects. It looks amazing with the glows and stuff, and actually it's pretty easy to do. So in After Effects you can see I have this clip right here which I'm gonna add the effect on. So to start off, all you gotta do is select your clip and just hit Ctrl D on your keyboard to duplicate, and in your timeline you can see your clip is duplicated. Now you can go over to the roto brush tool and just start rotoscoping out your subject. Most of you guys know how to rotoscope, so I'm just gonna skip this part. If you don't, you can just search it up on YouTube. It's pretty simple. Now after your rotoscope, go over to your composition panel, and if I hide my background layer, you can see our clip is rotoscoped out and ready to go. The rotoscope isn't the perfect as I can notice, but this is just a tutorial, so I'm not gonna go ahead and fix everything. But anyways, let's just turn on our background layer, and you can even rename those layers. So I'm gonna name it BG on the background and the roto to roto, so you know which layer is the roto one and which one is the background. Then for the energy effect, we'll be actually using an overlay. So for that, I found this overlay from SUBCRIBE. As you can see, this is an energy overlay that I found for free. So I'm gonna link it down below if you want to download. So I'm gonna bring this over to my timeline, and you can see it is already transparent, which is actually really cool. But anyways, we're gonna set it behind our roto layer. Then as always, you can just scale it up and just position wherever you want. So I'm gonna position right behind our subject, so something like that. Yeah, that looks super cool right there. Then now you can see we have the energy already going on, but I think we're gonna change the color. So for that, we'll be adding a color balance HLS in here and just slide through hue until you get your color. So I'm gonna go with lighter blue like this. I guess it looks really cool. Yeah, something like that. Then now we're gonna add the glow, but before adding the glow, I like to animate my opacity so it's a little dim at the start, so something like that. Nothing too crazy on the opacity, so keyframe something like this. Then after that, add a deep glow for the glow. You can use other glow, but I like to go with deep glow in this case, and you can just bring up the radius as well. I guess something like this looks cool to me. You can even bring up the amount more on the deep glow. The one thing you can also experiment around is blending mode. So toggle switches and modes and go to mode and just set it as screen, or you can even play around all of these to get it to your liking. I'm gonna go with linear dodge actually. Yeah, that looks super hard right there. Now we can already see we got the look going on, but one thing I like to do is add some light warps on our subject. For that, I'll be using a plugin called light warp from Create, I guess. So this is a free plugin, so I'm gonna use this. Create light warp right here, and go to background layer and set it as your this layer, the footage create layer, and in source set it as effects and marks. Then go over to blur width and just lower it down to your liking, and now instantly you can see it is giving the light warps around our subject. It really looks cool and helps it to make it feel more better. So you can just play around with all of these. You can even play with the exposure to get it a bit wide and bright or something like that. Then actually in exposure, I'm gonna also animate that according to my opacity. So lower down it at the beginning because it is not getting the opacity, so I'm gonna do it manually like that. Yeah, now that looks really hard right there. Now you can make a new adjustment layer in here and put it before your shockwave or the energy we can call, and add a CC vignette in there. In it, hit the stopwatch in amount, put the fast keyframe around the end, and just lower it down at the beginning so it goes darker as it goes, gives it that depth that we want. And another thing I like to do is select my background layer, and I like to add a chromatic displacement in here. If you don't already know, this is a plugin from Red Giant VFX switch, so make sure you have that before trying to apply it. But anyways, go to displace layer and set it as your energy, and go over to effects and marks, set it as effects and marks, and now go over to displace amount, and you can just bring it up, and it will give it the morphing going on, as you can see in the background. If I hide this, you can see it is giving the morphing, so it really adds a bit of realism to the effect. I don't know what is this glitch right here, man. Now I think this looks really realistic. Now to top it all off, select all of these and pre-comp and add like a zoom in it. So simple scale keyframe, because my footage is like shot on tripod, so it is really important. Go over to graph and I'm gonna make a simple graph like this in here. You don't really have to, but it will look cool. And now we can see we have this smooth zoom right here. I think I'm go over to pre-comp and go over to the roto layer and just feather it out a bit, because it is showing a lot of background. So shift edge and the feather a little bit. And you can also turn on the motion blur to add some like motion blur in it. And lastly, we're gonna add a shake. So for that, create a new adjustment layer right here. And for the shake, you can use like any preset that you want, but I'm gonna specially use my own shake pack. So let's just open up our effects and preset real quick. I'm gonna open up animation preset, go over to user preset and shake pack. And I'm on SD comp, so I'm gonna add the best one in here. And you can just line up the keyframe to your liking, so at the beginning like that. Now we can see the shake adds a lot of impact in it and helps it to like loop out. I use this shake pack on every single video of mine, so if you want to download it, I'll link it in the description. It's actually crazy, and I can guarantee this is one of the best shake pack out right now. But anyways, our final result looks something like this. So if you like this video, please consider hitting the like button and also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. I try to upload shots like this on every single video of mine, so I really appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram, join my Discord server, do all that good stuff, and I'ma see you tomorrow. Peace.